Well, hey yogis, I'm Melanie. Welcome to Nova Yoga Studio. Today is all about indulging in stretchy goodness. So let's get on the mat. And we're going to start in a comfortable seat. And one of my favorites. And we're going to start in seated side bend. So just taking your arms by your sides. On your inhale, lift an arm up. And on your exhale, walk the opposite fingertips away from you and stretch yourself up and over. Inhale, rising. And exhale, finding that on the other side. So softening that bottom elbow as much as you need. Some of you might even drop down to the forearms, but don't push it. Don't uproot yourself. Keep both sitting bones connected to the floor. And then just finding on your own time, with your own breath, that flow from side to side. And try and connect your exhale with your release, with your length, with your stretch. And this might feel particularly delicious if you spent a lot of time seated today or in one place. We rarely move from side to side for the run of a day, right? We rarely find this lateral movement, so it can feel quite good. Let's take one more each side. Exhale. Inhale that. And exhale. And then from there, we're going to find our way into ragdoll. And so finding your way just onto all fours. And then up into ragdoll. And walking your hands back towards your feet, bending your knees as much as you need. I'm bending my knees a lot today so that my belly and my chest can rest on my thighs. And you can let your hands hang heavy. Some of you might want to hold on to opposite elbows, whatever you prefer. I'm going to put a little swing, a little sway into my ragdoll today. You might want to be still, or you might want to be a little more adventurous with your movement. Up to you. Just give your head a gentle nod, a little shake. And then begin to roll up. Tucking your chin to your chest, keeping the knees bent. Tailbone dropping to the floor as you rise, as you stack your spine. Head arrives on top of the body. Inhale to draw the shoulders up, and exhale to nice and easy, softly roll them down the back. Exhale. Connect your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. On your inhale, nice and easy, roll the shoulders back, a little lift through your heart. Exhale, bound ragdoll, bound uttanasana, softening the knees, relaxing the spine forward, and then letting the knuckles rise towards the sky. Now keeping your hands connected, and begin to roll up, just as you did previously when you rolled up from ragdoll. So rising slowly, stacking the spine, little lift to the heart. And exhale to take it down. Knuckles lifting up. And again, chin to chest, roll it up. Open the heart at the top. And exhale to take it on down. First, move your hands towards your lower back, and then let them release, let them hang. And from there, you're going to walk your hands forward. Let's come into downward dog. Hands shoulder width apart, feet hip width apart, and go ahead and add some movement into your downward dog if that's what feels good. Walking the heels out. Bending one knee at a time. A little shake, a little nod of the head. And then coming on down to your knees. And keeping your hips stacked over your knees, walk your arms forward on a Hatha Asana. So with the arms forward, we're going to drop the forearms down to the mat. And then you can take your chest towards the mat, extended puppy pose. Your forehead, your nose, or your chin can be on the mat depending on your flexibility. deeply into the upper back, the shoulders, the armpits, the heart, the chest, wherever you're feeling that gorgeous space being created. Then sitting back into your heels, draw your right hand back towards you. And as you come onto your knees, circle the arm up and around. And then from there, we're going to thread the needles. So threading the arm underneath that left armpit, coming onto the head and the shoulder. Letting your other arm rise towards the sky. And make sure this left hip is drawing back into space. You also might want to find a little bit of a half bind to gently roll you open a little bit more. And then taking your hand down to the mat. Releasing your arm, coming back to all fours. And from here, let's step the right foot forward towards the right thumb, stacking the knee over the ankle. Take a breath in. Exhale, we're going to take that right arm up towards the sky. Nice easy twist, bringing out the spine. Inhale, flow it under. Exhale, let the arm rise. And we'll take it again. And exhale. Bring your hand to the inside of the foot. Lizard pose, walk the front foot towards the outer edge of the mat. Begin to bend your elbows, melt your chest down towards the floor. Some of you might want to come down to the forearms. Some of you might want to tuck the toes, back toes under, straighten the leg. And then taking your back knee down to the mat. Rising up, walk that front foot back towards the center of the mat. Half monkey pose, so we're going to shift the hips back over the knee. And from there, we're going to straighten the front leg. So you're going to creep that leg forward so that you're on your heel, the toes stretching up towards the sky. Inhale, come into your long spine. Draw that right hip back in space, and with your exhale, begin to fold out over that leg. And taking a few lovely breaths here. And then rising up, draw the leg back towards you. Knees on the mat, hips stay stacked over the knees, walking the arms forward. Anahata Asana, extended puppy pose, so palms down, forearms down, melt your chest down. And sitting back into the heels as you draw your left arm back. Inhale, exhale, stretch the arm up and around, and then threading the needle, so taking the arm underneath the armpit and letting the other arm rise up. And you can wrap it around your back. Coming into a half bind. And releasing the hand down. Free your other arm, and from this hands and knees position, we'll step the left foot forward. And you might need to creep it a little more forward to get that knee over the ankle. Inhale here. Exhale, gorgeous release for the spine. Taking the arm up. And inhale, slide the hand under. And exhale. Let the arm rise. If there's tension in the neck, look down. And inhale. And exhale. Bring your hand down to the inside of the foot, lizard pose, hip opener. So walk your front foot towards the outer edge of the mat. Begin to bend your elbows, heart melting down. Some of you come down to forearms if you wish. And you can also curl the back toes under and straighten the leg from there, up to you. And taking your body. Walk your front foot back towards the center of the mat, half Hanumanasana. Shift your hips back over the knee, and then straighten your front leg from there. So you kind of need to wiggle the foot forward, heels on the mat, toes lift up, left hip back in space. Inhale long through your spine, and then exhale, find your way into that fold. And holding for a couple of breaths here. Try and keep the spine nice and long, like you're reaching to the heart. Some of you might like to creep the hands forward a little bit more. And rising up. Draw the foot back towards you, come into all fours, hands and knees. And let's lift up into one more downward dog. Take a deep breath in. And then out through the mouth. Coming down to the knees. And coming down to the seat. From here we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. And making sure that you're sitting high into the sitting bones. On your inhale, lift through your heart, lift through the spine. On your exhale, come forward into your fold. Some of you might want to use your elbows to guide your knees down a little more towards the floor without jamming them down. Some of you might want to release the arms forward. Back up. And from there we'll keep the right knee bent and we'll stretch the left leg long. Bring the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. And sliding your hand down that extended leg, begin to roll yourself open. Inhale, take your arm up. And exhale, lengthen the arm up and over for revolve, Janu Shirshasana. Inhale, rising. And exhale, take the arm up and over, so we're moving with breath. Inhale, and exhale. Coming all the way up, reach the arms high, turn so that the navel faces your straight leg, hinge at your hips, lead with your heart, and come all the way forward into the fold. Keep the shoulders drawing down, the spine nice and long. And keep the back of the leg pressing down into the mat. Sliding the hands back up towards you. And we'll switch up the legs. So we're going to bend the left knee and take the right leg long. Slide your hand down that extended leg. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, taking the arm up and over. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. And then rising all the way up, arms high, and facing your straight leg. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, come forward, Janu Shirshasana. Work the shoulders back, spine long. And keep the back of the leg anchoring down, pressing down into the earth, the thigh strong. And sliding the hands back up towards you. Make your way all the way down to the back. And stretching the arms out from the sides, bending your knees. Inhale. Exhale, roll the knees to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, roll them to the left. And you can stay with these twists for the next couple of rounds. You could take it into Shavasana. You could go to bed. Whatever you're feeling after all that stretchy goodness, hopefully you're feeling good. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.